Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you another full game live gameplay. Rolling with the Carolina Panthers as my playbook, going against the Buffalo Bills as a team using Carolina myself. Going to be using Carolina on defense too because they got a 43 defense, and that's kind of my a place where I kind of feel good. So getting the ball in the second half, definitely the way we like to have it. I'm just going to use just a normal defense right here, and I've got my flat zones set at 25 yards depth and basically underneath coverage. He actually hits me with verticals. Looks like he ran that stock and it was a good read. I actually wanted to try to get out to the left-hand side just because I didn't like the alignment of my defenders, and he's able to go ahead and try to hit me with a little out route, and that was something I was a little bit concerned with. So I think I made an adjustment with my defense right here, but you can see he's just using simple mesh. He looks like he's running play stock. He's able to hit me with a drag to get a first down. So first and 10 situation, this is where I start changing up my coverages a little bit just to try to catch him off guard. And right here actually he does a motion play. This is like it's out of the Pat's play. He throws into defender, and defender just deflects the ball. So second and 10 situation, same setup once again. I'm using a 3-rec hook right over the middle with my middle linebacker. This is basically kind of a switch and a spot concept out of the Patriots, and he's able to go and hit me for a first down. So first and 10, uses a RPO stretch off to the right-hand side and gets a nice angle right there, picks up a good 9 yards, gets my defenders out of place, and then actually comes back to an RPO bubble off the left-hand side. I did not pass commit, so I didn't have my guys out there. So now he goes into just a basic a bunch play, single back. He's able to go and hit me with an inside zone. You get the ball into the end zone, working off 3 minutes off the clock. So things are working out pretty well for him on his first drive. He pretty much shredded my defense. So right here, I try to hit him with a stretch play to the outside. He actually had the defensive back over the middle that he actually used. Right here, I go ahead and try to attack the middle of the seam and actually go underneath with a little spot route. Get a first, third and 1 type of situation. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and motion over so he anticipates the stretch. And basically, he sits on his safety. He didn't actually come down and bite on the play at all. So he's got some skills as far as defensively. I actually had a hard time with him defensively. I try to cut the ball up. I get a nice little fall forward animation, get it into a second and 4 situation right here. And then I hit him with a little crosser underneath. This is a quick snap play that I have in the scheme right here. And now I'm anticipating he's going to be using the safety, but actually he motioned safety off to the right-hand side. So that wasn't necessarily a good read. I motioned this guy over. I actually have a drag and an out concept over the middle. He did not click over to the other side. I totally missed the corner route. The corner route would have been wide open. I actually do the check down and actually lose a couple yards. So second and 12 situation. Hit a little flat route with the running back off the right-hand side, and now I'm in a third and 13 situation, and I jump into the spread formation. This is something I was labbing. He doesn't like his defense, so he actually jumps, takes a timeout. I'm looking for the crosser on the back-end side. He gets a block shed with his defensive end, Hughes, and gets me in a 4th and 23. Smart thing to do right here is to pump the ball away, but I don't know what I was thinking. This is just a bad decision. I felt like I could get this post route over the middle against him, and I get the release, and right here the ball sails a little bit and the defenders actually knock it out. So that's just a bad decision for me to give him a short field like that. It was not a very good, smart decision to put him in a situation where he can go up on 2 scores before the first half. Even though I was getting the ball back in the second half, that was just a poor decision. Right here, actually smartly throws away the ball. I almost caught him off guard, out of bounds. And a 2nd and 10 situation, he throws right into my user, Carter Jr. I'm able to go and click on and actually get that and take off. His quarterback is barreling behind me, but I'm able to go ahead and get the ball into the end zone. So get bailed out. Bad decision making offensively. Get bailed out on an offensive or defensive play right there. Actually, user pick his guy. Right here, he goes back to mesh again. I actually had hard flats out there and a pass committed, so that's why those guys actually came down and played that correctly. Then I jump into a man coverage. He's got a post that actually toasted my defender off the left-hand side. He reads it perfectly and actually gets a first down. So right here, back to basically my cover 4 zone, where I've got my two safeties going up into seams and doing some match coverage. Actually, I'm looking for the middle seam. go ahead and pull off of that, and he's got basically this place completely locked up. He doesn't know where to go. Fortunately for me, I'm locking up. So second and 16 situation, same defense. I've got a spy out there. He actually goes ahead and hits me with a nice little screenplay, and I'm able to go ahead and tackle him and get him to a 3rd and 7 situation. This is where I think I change it up. Right here, I jump into hard flats, showing him the same look as I have been, but I do hard flats, and right here actually throws to the little spot route. My defender comes down, plays it perfectly, pick six him again with my corner to go up 14-7. So basically he's got time for one play right here in this type of situation. He doesn't max protect. He's got a drag, and he's got a fly route. He actually takes a shot at the fly route up top. I'm running quarters. Right here I get a nice little interception to go ahead and end out the half. So second half situation, I've got the ball. I can go up by 2 scores. All I have to do is just put the ball into the end zone. Go back to the gun trips. Right here, he gets a nice little block shed with his defensive line. That could have been some more yards. 2nd and 8 situation, I'm going to go ahead and attack him with a stretch once again. And this guy had really good pursuit, and that corner on the left-hand side basically was shutting down that play. So right here, he's switching up his defenders. I don't. He probably went into some type of match coverage, and I've got basically a wheel out concept. The wheel is open, and what's cool about McCaffrey as a running back is that he will get those nice little animations. Right here's an empty set formation. I was actually going ahead, taking a look at this. I'm trying to pop him up in the middle of the seam. I actually had it, but I just didn't feel comfortable with his user. This guy he had a fairly good user, like he would get in the right spots. Right here, I completely missed my hole. I actually go into the back of my defender, and then actually right here, I hit a flat route. Look at the animation. Look how lucky I got. There was a defender there playing that perfectly, and McCaffrey actually comes up and catches and takes off with it. So that's one thing about using this team with McCaffrey. McCaffrey will catch the ball and then actually do a nice little rack animation. So you always have to have that in the back of your head, especially if you're defending the Carolina Panthers. So right here, McCaffrey actually picks up a couple yards. I get a 3rd and 1 situation. I go into an I form, close formation. He run commits and brings his guys down. So I think I no huddle in this situation. Now I'm going to go into mesh, and I'm looking for Anderson to get a free release against the defender over the middle right here. So go ahead, try to throw it. He actually run commits. Anderson's not able to hold on to the ball, and I give the ball back to him. So this is not a good situation. 14-7. Don't want to give the ball back to him. I had an opportunity to go up by 2 scores, and he's able to go and get the ball back. So it's a little underneath route, a little route underneath right there, and then I go back to mesh concept. I'm trying to bite down to go to Diggs. I just can't get there, and as a result, he actually hits the levels over the middle. Back to this wing offset formation. I actually get myself caught up in animation. Nice little dot. This is a perfect play for the defense that was running. Little crosser with his tight end. Good read, good decision by him. Back to the play action. Actually, another good read, but a misthrown ball by his quarterback. So now I go with kind of cloud flats. So I want those linebackers to go up into deep coverages, and he smartly takes the check down and actually gets another first down right here. So for a 1st and goal on the 9-yard line, he hits me with a screenplay with his running back, cuts it back in and gets it down to the 3-yard line. And now he's in bunch. As far as the setup, I'm actually bunching everybody up. I've got some cloud zones out there. He does an option with the running back. I actually had the QB as a defender option, but it didn't really make much of a difference. So right here, I go into a flood concept. Look at this defensive back actually come out, recognize the play, bite down, hit the quick out route, and actually go ahead and take the ball into the end zone. So basically three pick six in this game. I was up 14-7 going into the second half, getting possession, and actually giving up just bad choices right here, bad decisions. So I'm just going to try to hit them across the middle. I've got a levels concept. This is just like a play action over type situation. I'm going to go ahead and drag up my tight end over here. Look to him. That's actually locked up. I look to the crosser. That's locked up. Nowhere to go with it. Actually throw away the ball, unfortunately for me. I do not get picked off at all. So back to the stretch play right here. I just quick snapped it. I didn't motion my guy over to give him any kind of a tell. And able to go ahead and pick up a nice chunk of change right there. And now I go into basically this is a switch concept. I'm going to go ahead and drag up my one tight end right here. I pop him and able to go ahead and pick up a first down. So down to about 3 minutes right here. Need the score to tie this game up. I'm thinking about maybe going for 2 points. Hit the table route right here. McCaffrey does not make a play, but I still pick up a few yards with it. So 2nd and 7. Basically hit the little hitch on the backside. There's no coverage out there. That's just one of those fast reads, and that's one of the reasons why I leave that bubble inside zone pop play in my scheme, is because you can catch people off guard if they're not defending it correctly. So right here, go back to the inside zone, pick up some more yards, 1 minute and 12 seconds. And then right here, I take a shot up top. I'm assuming that the safety's not going to be there, but you can see he brought his safety perfectly over and played it perfectly. So right back at the bubble pop right here, nobody's playing the bubble, so I'm going to go ahead and take the tight end and actually get a good chunk of yards. If I got a wide receiver, probably a better yardage right there. And back to basically the table route with McCaffrey. And in this type of situation, you get a first down, take a timeout. Now I'm going to go to a streak slant concept. And the streak's not getting covered by the defender. I'm able to go and pop it and get it into the end zone. So 37 seconds left. This guy's basically got a couple timeouts. All he has to do is get in field goal range right here. I go into cover 4, and he actually diagnoses it and actually picks up a good completion right there to get it down to the 42. Now I jump into man coverage. I haven't shown him man pretty much the majority of the game. Right here, I get a nice little deflection, get him into a 2nd and 10. I actually was off the wrong guy right here. He takes a shot up top with my defensive back, and I'm able to go and knock that out. So 3rd and 10 situation right here. 20 seconds left. He catches the ball right there and actually gets a completion, but he does not take a timeout in a situation. And as you can see, he selects a play, but you can see the clock completely runs down. That was a bad decision, and that's going to come back to haunt him in this particular game. So we're going to OT. This is I rarely get OT games, and right here I actually lose the coin toss, and he actually gets it. So he decides to take the ball first and hopefully plug the ball in. So I'm going to use my base defense once again. It's a hard defense to play against. This guy actually hit a nice little stretch play off to the right. 2nd and 10 situation. I think a pass commit. Look at this. Guy comes out there and actually tackles him for a loss. So he's in a 3rd and 6 situation. Now I think I jump into a different coverage. I use the same base coverage right here. He actually sees the running back underneath. It was a good read right there, and he picks up first down. So back at it, 1st and 10 situation. Once again, running the same defense. I got my one guy on a deep quarter off to the right-hand side, but I get a nice block shed off the edge to stop off the run. So 4th and 14 situation, I think I dropped up my defensive ends for his fast read, and he actually takes off this quarterback, and I'm able to go ahead and tackle him. 3rd and 9 situation, now I jump into cover 2, and he actually takes a shot underneath to the flat, and because I jumped to the hard flat cover 2, I had a defender out there. So 4th and 5 situation, I go into the double A gap, actually misadjust my guys out of position so I don't get the fast pressure, but he's able to hit the dragger right there, and I tackle him short of the first down. Boy, he had to be pissed. He probably had to be pissed right there. So now all I have to do is just get in field goal range, and this game is pretty much over. So I go with a nice little inside zone. I want to make him respected. And here's a play right here that I'm trying to work. I really like it, but he actually had it really locked up right there. Anderson actually comes up with a huge play right there to get me a 3rd and 2 situation. That could have been pretty ugly. Go basically with this particular play, get into a 4th and 2 situation. He actually shuts that down. Got a stretch play going on, and right here I go ahead and take my tight end, slide him over. Remember, I've been having some crazy animations from McCaffrey. McCaffrey's been catching a lot of great stuff for me. So this is what he does. He comes down, plays McCaffrey, but you can see the little spot routes wide open over the middle. So he gambled by trying to take out McCaffrey, and as a result, I'm able to go ahead and get into field goal range. And right now, I switch up the stretch play. I actually go ahead and flip the play, and as a result, he's probably flustered about the whole situation. He doesn't have his defense aligned. He actually shifts him over, but I get really good blocking off the edge, and he knows this game is over with. I'm on the 17-yard line. He takes a timeout, and I can run it again, and he can't freeze it. So as a result, my opponent conceded and actually checked out of the game. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. I'll be rolling out more offensive and defensive tips out of this Panthers playbook. Until next time.